morning Discord, morning YouTube. Let's get into it. Okay, we see we have the 5 and the 20 closing in on each other. Let's see what we got. All right, let's look to see if they grab some liquidity off the 20. So, let me make sure everyone's here. Okay, listen up. Similar to how we wait for the price to get to a certain level and then we wait for a reaction, right? This is the same way how we can react to the 5 and the 20. Okay, so what I'm saying is if the 20 gets underneath the 5, then we are officially in a short-term downtrend, right? Short-term, a pullback, whatever you want to call it. So if we have, for example, the 5, the 20, the 200, and price, if we have the indicators lining up like this, we're in an uptrend, right? So, but if we have the 20 here and the 5 here, we're in a downtrend, right? So what I'm trying to say is you can use the 5 and the 20 as price and key level. So you might want to look for the 5 to test the 20, right? Or maybe even to break, retest, and reject the 20. Everyone got that? Everyone understand how it works? And then let's look into those MJ stocks. Okay, we're gonna look into those. I think CGC was one we're looking into, so let's get some intel on that real quick. See, maybe if we want to sell some puts on them, I think we got some cheap puts you can probably sell, or even some long calls. Maybe you just want to hold for a little bit. So let's look into that. It may be a short little burst. Maybe nothing burger at the end, and then, you know, buy the news, sell the hype type deal. Okay, back to the action. So just remember, the 5 and the 20 can be used as price and key level. So one way to confirm a pullback or a downtrend is if the 5 gets underneath the 20. I'm trying to determine now if we can use the pre-market algo or not. So let's wait a cycle or two, and then we'll know. But in the meantime, let's see if we can get in good on those. Maybe, you know, because if they just announced the news last night, a lot of investors probably got in. Maybe there's going to be a little pullback, so maybe we wait for the little pullback and then try to jump in on a long call or sell your put. I think CGC is pretty cheap. But anyways, we're gonna get back to SPY. We'll talk about that in the Discord later. But let's see if we can make a little quick buck off of it. Okay, so we're stuck between the moving averages. We're stuck between the moving averages, so let's not jump on anything. You know, our calls are going to be BRR of the 5. Our puts are going to be BRR of the 20. We're just going to keep it simple for right now. We're not going to complicate this. As of right now, this is it. This is what it is. So if we look at our higher time frame, okay, we're already breaking our blue on our 5 minutes. So let's see how they react if they get down to 77.95. Okay, which is damn near the 20. So okay, there we go. Yeah, 77. Yeah, whatever this level is down here, let's see. Yeah, that's right at the 20. Okay, so that makes sense. All right, so let's see if they test the 20. All right, we're gonna keep an eye out for secondary liquidity. I'm gonna go ahead and get it out of the way early. I'm gonna go ahead and get it out of the way early. So let's say it's there. Okay. It doesn't make sense now. Just give me a moment. Give me a moment. Let me do my thing. All right. Now there's no excuses. I'm setting this thing up from what is it? 7 minutes in, so we're already setting up the next play. Watch, you'll see. Okay, so we're looking to see if we bounce off, if we bounce off the 20, or if we break, retest it, and then reject it. That's what we're looking to see. Based on a balance of probabilities, 20's probably on the menu here. Let's let a cycle or two go by. We're not gonna be too antsy. We're gonna wait for the data. Again, on the 30-minute chart, man, I'm really sorry about that. So, while we're letting this play out, yesterday I was trying to do too much for the Discord, and I ended up deleting my entire 30-minute chart. That hurt. At the time, I was legitimately panicked. I was like, oh man, I don't even know what to do now. Because that 30-minute chart, that's all of our data. This morning when I was doing the trading plan, I was blank. I was like, okay, now what? So it's gonna take maybe 2 or 3 weeks to get the data back. The important data that we need. I'm just letting the Discord know right now. My bad. It's gonna take us a few weeks for that 30 minutes to be reliable. So yesterday, how I was heavily using that 30-minute chart, it's gonna take a few weeks, but we'll get it back. I'm sorry about it. We'll get it back. I've done it before. I did it before, like I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 months ago, and I was devastated. Absolutely devastated. Okay, so let's see if we're gonna hit this 20. We should have a poll. Who thinks it's gonna hit the 20? The poll's gonna say 100%. The poll's gonna say 100%. No one's gonna take the trade. Oh man. No, you're right. You're right. Let's wait. Let's be patient here. We're gonna wait for our setups. We're gonna verify. Okay, I think we're gonna hold on to this magenta. I like this magenta. And then let's make a guardrail. I'm trying to plot out now where the next magenta is going to be. So you know what's funny? Just to show you human psychology, way over here, I was like, look, we're based on a balance of probabilities, we're most likely going to hit the 20. No one took the trade. It's okay. It's okay, right? Takes time. Takes time, because you don't want to be the one that jumps in and has to figure out that the water is cold. Oh, okay, hell yeah. DC. Oh man, DC, you're funny, dude. You're funny. Okay. Oh, okay, good. There you go. There, see, learn. Now you know how to understand the risk. There you go. I like that. I like that. Just one. There you go. Just one. You put your little $20 stop, $10, whatever it is, you'll be all right. You got to take the risk sometimes. You got to take the risk. You know, as long as you put your stop appropriate, look, you're going to be fine. I did. So I did say that. You're right. You're not wrong. You're right. I did say that. However, I'm showing you just the human psychology of it. You know, it can't just be, well, LST said it. I want you guys to come, you know, to start to have your own. I'm giving you the guidance here, right? I'm just telling you, look, this is most likely going to happen. I'm walking you through it. I would never, lately I have been, but not really, but I would never tell you guys, buy call now, buy put now. You know, I can suggest it, but I would never tell you what to do with your money. I just make suggestions. This, you know, obviously this is gonna go to the 20. But if it's not obvious, now you know, right? If you're here, now you know. Now you know. As soon as I said based on a balance of probabilities, didn't mean it had to be 100%, but you know, if you place a proper stop, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. We're too afraid to lose 20 bucks and we'll leave 250 on the table. Yeah, I don't want to train you guys to be not gamblers, but I want you guys to at least get some type of structure for a setup, right? I don't want to just be like, you know, I want to give you some criteria, meaning off the break of this, the break and retest of this, you know, something like that. Because me saying most likely it's going to hit the 20, that doesn't really give, doesn't really help anybody learn anything. was an easy play. Okay, I'm not going to overstay my welcome. I'm going to start to tighten up my stop. When I'm saying tighten up my stop, I mean actually place a stop now, or you know, because I had it wherever I placed. Whenever I said base and a bounce, probably wherever I said that, I think on this candle. So I put the stop above the high. I'm just letting it go. I'm not chasing this too good. Okay, now that I'm at the 20, now I'm gonna start to really get tight on the stop. There we go. This is what, you know, my target was. So now we're at the target. Now I'm gonna start to make sure I got the put in profit, right? Stress free, very simple. Look at all this intel we get. Look at all this intel. See, now I'm at the point where I don't know where to leave my stop, right? Do I, because I know it's gonna get a little hectic here. So do I, this is where you need to work on your exit strategy, okay? This is all I gotta say. Work on your exit strategy. We're at the point now where you're trying to figure out how much money to take, right? Am I gonna stop out here? This is key level is gonna go. This is the hard part about the strategy. How much are you gonna collect? You know, I'm usually a key level guy or a break of guardrail. Usually, you know, I like to, if I can get underneath the 20 right now, easy, then I'll hold it. If it starts to go crazy, I'll probably cut it. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't know what you're gonna do, but figure out your exit strategy. I don't control your fingers. I'm just, you know, this was a kind of an easy trade. We knew what was gonna happen. Okay, I'm just gonna focus here because I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do now. Okay, I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just focusing. All right, I'm gonna be quiet for a second. I'm gonna chase. I'm gonna split it up half and half. I'm gonna chase half. Yeah, I'm gonna chase half. I'm gonna leave half up here above this, a little bit above it, because yesterday I left it right at, and it $1 wicked on me and caught me off guard. But so I'm just gonna let these up here survive the weak bull cycle. Jeez, that's tough to say. And then hold on, key level. This one just took out my first set. Alright, I'm gonna stop the bleeding here just in case. If it goes, if it shoots down, it shoots down. But okay. I'm just gonna stick to the plan. I'm gonna let this settle out. Oh man. I'm gonna move it just a little bit because I'm a little too tight. I'm right above the wick. I'm right above this wick. Okay. I'm gonna leave it here. If it goes past this point, then I'll just take whatever the profit is here. There, all right, that got me, good one. That was a good trade. All right, let's wait for the next setup. Whew. So this is what we're looking for here. Look, don't front run this, okay? You have to wait for this. Do not front run this. We have to watch out for this right here. Hold on. So don't front run this. I'm just going to clean up the chart just a bit. Let's look to see if 79.58 forms support before we go long. Okay, let's see if this is going to be the continuation back to the 20. All right, if we get a weak, what is it? A weak bull cycle here. We're going to look for a retest of the 20. Okay, here we go. So we found our, all right, we're forming our first liquidity box. I could do better than that. I can do better than that. That looked like a preschooler. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, I might be having a stroke, so jeez, what the heck? My Alzheimer's is acting up again. This is a 1. We haven't tested it yet. This blue is going to be tested. This is just a 1. Okay. The weak bull cycle right back to the 20? Or, hold on, give it a second. Give it a second. That was quick. All right, let's see if we get some nice liquidity built up in blue, right? If we get some nice liquidity built up in here, if we get some motion like that, we're gonna look for the break. I believe after this cycle, we're gonna have the rest of the day set up for algos. They seem to be respected today, so. And we are using pre-market algos, so. Took us a little bit, but we got here, so let's let this last cycle play out, and then we're gonna see if everything's gonna work the way it should. That means we collected enough data to make informed decisions. So we're just gonna let this last cycle play out. If we can get it done in 2, that'll be great. I like 3. I usually like 3 cycles, but 2 would be great. You see why we wait for our setups now? Just wait. Just wait. I mean, we're not there yet. We're pretty close. We're pretty close. We're not all the way there yet. We're pretty close. I think the Discord sees it starting to line up, right? I think so. And if not, then watch your boy cook. So you know what the setups are, right? Too easy. It's too easy for us. Oh my goodness. I think if we really wanted, like in time, whenever you guys are ready, maybe we'll do an exercise one day, but we'll do like maybe a paper trade session of like straight up scalp session, and I'll show you how we can get every single, depending on the environment, right? If we get the proper environment, like today would be something like that. We're gonna get every single move. We'll do a little experiment one day. We'll do paper trade. Every single move, watch. Every move we're gonna get it, and then you guys are probably gonna be impressed by that. It's hard to impress people nowadays because AI and the internet, with everything being fake, it's hard to impress people. But hopefully that'll be a nice trick for you guys. When you're ready, we'll get there. Now I just want you, just to learn the basic stuff. Get the basics out of the way. Get profitable and consistent first. All the rest is gonna come. Like you guys have been hearing me lately, I've been sharing a lot of my I'm going in on call now a lot more lately, so yep, we just gotta let it play out. We know what our setup is. We don't even have to think anymore. Until something, until something changes, we see the setups. Look, we just gotta let all this liquidity settle out. We're gonna figure out which way they want to go. It's gonna be obvious. Okay, why did I do that? Let me do this one again. Stupid. There it is, DC. There goes that old pig that's been in the backyard. That old pig, that old hog. It's been out there, it's tearing up the yard. Making my beautiful grass muddy. I see that pig out there. On my land. I'm about to reclaim this land. To reclaim the Hey, I have a short. If you go on the YouTube channel, I have a short, and the short is like, I don't know, some type of sniper story. It's pretty funny. It was like one of my first videos ever. I was so new to making videos that I didn't know how to change it from landscape to portrait. So it's a completely format that I didn't expect until it uploaded. And I was like, I had no idea how to edit videos. I'm like, I'm not doing that again. Even though it was like, not like a extremely highly edited video, obviously, because I'd never done any of it before, but it was bad. It was actually a good video. It was pretty funny. I liked it. It's just funny to see you can hear my voice, like how different I was talking back then. Funny. Okay, look, do you see how the movement is you see how we take ourselves out of plays while we're still in the movement? You know, if you're in a movement, your best bet is just to stick with it. Stick with it. Yesterday, that actually saved me because I was trailing along magenta, and if I didn't stick to the strategy yesterday, then I would have been hurt on that play. I would have been really hurt. Like bad. Because yeah, I went from a conservative stop to like no, excuse me, I went from an aggressive stop, and I had to move it to a less aggressive stop, to a more conservative stop. But it was a proper stop. It was where it should have been along my trend. So I'm glad and it was uncomfortable. It was very uncomfortable yesterday for me. Everyone heard it. Look, they're building it, right? They're building our move. They're creating the move for us, right? This is the hog walking into the sights. This is the hog walking right into your crosshair. And it's got a little bit of turnip hanging out of its tusk. Man, I hate those hogs. Eat my turnips. Hog's not going to stay on my land rent free. I'm going to have to alter this blue. Dang, I don't like it anymore. Okay, I probably should have left it. I probably should have left it alone. Now I can't find it. Dang, my bad. Okay, we'll go with that. I completely changed the angle and now I don't like it. Hey, look, if everyone in the world didn't know for the last, I don't know, since 9:53 to now, which direction the price is gonna go. Like, we only have one path drawn. Like, as far as from this point, it's only going up, right? So if anyone had a question, also, we prepared for this, right? Because we said, hey, look, don't overstay your welcome on key level. Don't overstay your welcome. Take your money. Now, I was a little... I wanted this to run, so I gave it a little too much space on my second set, but we made it. Came out profitable. I want you guys to see how look how the market breathes, right? It goes up super high to the top of blue, all the way to the bottom of blue, top of blue. You know, you got to be prepared for this type of stuff. You got to be prepared. Stop thinking it's going to turn around on you. Once you got the algo, you know, you got it. Once you got the algo, you got it. And if it fools you once, it's really hard to get fooled twice, I'm telling you. You'll see. It just takes time. Trade your style. Don't trade my style. Well, never mind. Trade my style. It'll probably work out for you better. Just being honest. Look, do you see why? Do you see how I protected everyone against this one right here? I said, nah, not this one, not today. Not today, ISIS. We're gonna wait for something over here, okay? We're already ready for this. I'm not playing around today. I'm not playing around today. We're gonna make this very clear. It's gonna be very clear what's gonna happen. You'll see. You'll understand, like, the probability is what I'm saying. You got a much better shot following the strategy than not. You know, you're gonna have to be okay with this. You're gonna have to be okay with this, with the chop and slot. Once we got these algos dialed in, it's locked. See, normally before, you know, I would just leave this one here and leave it a 1, but I realized I think we're going in on them and getting caught secondary liquidity. Like, no one's really paying attention to the fact that it's a 1, right? We're not using the risk to reward in that regard, hence why this is a 2. But I decided, you know what? We're not secondary liquidity. Not again. Stop that. So I went ahead and just made the adjustment so we didn't have to go through that pain, right? I'm not risking anybody's money. If we can improve, we're gonna make that adjustment ASAP, Rocky. We already know what our setup is. This is gonna be an easy trade. Look, if you don't know by now that one of these two things is going to happen, I don't know what to tell you. One of these things is going to happen. And look, if it doesn't, this is how high the probability is that you're gonna be a winner today. If it doesn't happen just like this, that means you're, at least from here, you're gonna get stuck right in here. If none of this happens, this is where you're gonna get stuck in. Right? So you have a very, now watch, look at the difference. If the range was like, let's say like this, then it's like, okay, and let me wait for some confirmation. But if your range is like tiny like this, that's good odds. Good odds that it's gonna work in your favor. So just let it play out. I'm telling you, one of them's gonna happen. Look how blue's being respected. I was upset that I just changed the angle, but now the angle seems to be the right angle. So even a broken clock is right twice a day. Look, everything's playing out the way it should. Nothing is, you can't let the red candles scare you, right? It's still on the path. It's still on the path within our algo. Everything is doing exactly what it should do. So, you know, don't let the red candle scare you out. You gotta try to look at the red candle as like, you know, the greasy car salesman trying to bait you into buying a shitty car, right? The red candle, they're just trying to bait you in. Hey, here, buy it now, buy it now, buy it now, before it be, you know, before you don't get this opportunity again. Buy it now, buy it now. That's what the red candle is. The red candle's trying to screw you out of a good deal. This blue is really being respected right now. Now on the break of blue, measure risk to reward to the 20, right? It doesn't change any rules. Just because it's most likely to happen, it doesn't change the facts. Here, look, let me mark out low a day. Let me not give you false sense of thinking like, oh well, if it, then we're gonna have 10-point move. Let me get that out of the air right now. This blue is really being respected though, so I think we made a good adjustment when we needed to. Now you got to be careful in the lick box, right? Careful inside the lick box. So, you know, the break, retest, reject to the 20. That's the rules. I wouldn't break a blue. This close to the 20. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to measure risk to reward here. Now, if we get a nice momentum candle and it just shoots under the 20, and then they start to stack, sure, jump on, like ride the wave, but measure risk to reward. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Don't let them fake you out. Wait for it to be obvious. Wait for it to be obvious. Because by the time it's obvious, then you're gonna think, well, I'm too late. If it's obvious now, then it's probably too late, and you're wrong. Now, if you're having that conversation with yourself and you're hesitating, then yeah, now it's too late. If you're having that internal battle, you got to be okay with your trades. Because if you're taking the break of whatever, and then immediately when that red candle comes in, you start to move your stop, you don't have any confidence in your trades. Which, if that is the case, you need to identify, which is fine, because we can come up with a strategy for that. You just need to identify what type of trader you are. If you know you're not going to hold for the red candle, you better take profit. Go heavy on your contracts and take profit when you can. Simple. Very simple. We have to break and retest underneath the 20 for puts. This is just what it is. So break a blue is not going to be good enough. Break a blue here is not going to be good enough. You know, break a blue up here, maybe, but not here. It's too close. You understand risk to reward? It's just too close. If you did take it, that's on you. I'm waiting for the break, retest, and reject convincing fashion, not just like a one candle deal. Those are my rules. You know, it could be a one candle. Oh, look, one candle and runs, but I'm not going to rely on that. really quick, just so you know people don't misunderstand. This right here, I don't know that it's gonna be here. I'm being preemptive. You know, I may have to adjust it. I don't even know if this is gonna happen. What I am saying is, if it does, I'm just being preemptive. Don't pay attention to this algorithm right here. We know what we're looking for. Now here you gotta ask yourself, we're breaking it in the middle of the lick box. You gotta ask yourself the question now. Measure your risk to reward. If you're hesitant on the break of this blue, because you see it, even if it does, it's going to be shaky. If you're hesitant on this, just wait for the here. Look, let me give you some pathing. I think it'd be easier if you see the path. So this, if this bolt happens, consider this just our indication, our hint, right? Our hint to our setup. So this, if this bolt plays out and we get back underneath the 20, that's going to be the hint to get ready for our puts. And then we're going to look for this. So if this bolt plays out, that's our cue to start getting ready for this. So it's not going to be just a break of blue, right? It's not, it's if then. So it's not if blue then, it's if and then if again. So just wait a second. We're not going to risk any money today. We'll be fine if we don't take a trade. You don't have to trade. You don't have to trade every single day. You don't have to trade every single leg of every single move. You know, if it doesn't look good, then it doesn't look good. You don't have to take every single trade. Stop that. Let's check higher time frame. Okay. Okay, if you took the break of blue, don't overstay your welcome. It's, you know, you can't ask for too much, right? Break a blue to the key level, and then if you get more, you get more. But don't see what I'm saying? You're still in the lick box, so you got to measure risk to reward. Wait for it to break and retest. That's what I'm saying, because you know this could go sideways for who knows how long. That's why it's important we wait for the BRR. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It just means, wait for more confirmation on your trades. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Because like, let's say from here, you see that it's, we're in magenta until we're not, right? So we're in this magenta until we're not. Hopefully everyone knows what that means by now. Look, the play is over, right? We did the bolt. So this was just setting up our. Now we're looking out. Now we're gonna wait for the break and retest of the 20. All right, so it's all playing out just the way we thought. So just be patient. And if it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. Then there's no trade, right? If we're looking for puts, we don't want to buy it at the bottom. We want to buy when it pulls back, and then we attack. See how we protected against this? It has to make sense. It can't just be the break of whatever. It has to make sense. Liquidity's here. Don't overstay your welcome. Everything played out perfect, right? This play done. Now you're waiting for the next setup. It all played out, right? Look, I told you it was going to be a weak bull cycle, right back to where the 20. You got to rewind the tape. We already went over this. Rewind the tape. This is all on video, or all on, video. Fully prepared and aware. So this is done. Boom, boom, boom. Now we're in this liquidity box, right? We got to break this liquidity box now. You see how we have to break the liquidity box? Okay. Okay. Right? So if you took the 1, start to protect your trade. Here's your 30 cents. Is it? From 94. Yeah, there goes your... Even on this one, look, the break of blue, you got your 30 cents. The break of magenta, there's your 30 cents. So look, everything I've said, I've held up to my word, what I offered you. I told you, what I'm offering on the break of whatever is 30 cents. That happened. All of that happened. Everything I said, look, it's all happening. Let's just slide this over. Now remember, I don't know when this is gonna happen. I just know at what, what it needs to look like at the price, right? Now we want to break this liquidity, retest, right? We want to break this liquidity here, retest the liquidity here, and reject off the liquidity. Whoever did the homework yesterday will probably be going to be happy in a little bit, right? We'll see. We'll see. Hold on. I'm gonna. This is the flexion point. Let's just get it clear. This is our liquidity. This is our flexion point. We have to clear this. So until we're cleared this, these are the set. Look, you have to. This is the setup. So it's either going to be. One of these things is going to happen. It has to be. But this is the liquidity. This is where we need to clear to figure out if it's. You understand? You see it? It has to be like this. We have to. This has to happen. It can be no other way. You see why I put it, the magenta over here? This is why. This is why. This is why this is a 1 and this is a 2. It has to be like that. I'm telling you, I'm training you to identify the risks. I'm training you to identify the risks. Look, this is the lick box here. You know you're in this lick box. You have to be okay with, if you're buying inside here, you're okay with the price. It would be much better if you waited for the break, retest, and reject, or the break, or actually it's already there. This is our range. We figured out the range. Easy. So stress-free from here, right? Watch. Stress-free from here. You see, it's much wider than what you think. The flexion points are wider, so allow the liquidity grab to happen, and then when they move out, then you ride the wave. Then you ride the wave, right? So look, wait for the dance, either here or where is it? Or here. If you did the homework yesterday, this is going to be easy. Really quick, just I'll put all the paths back, sorry. This is our 50-50. Boom. Pretty sure everyone can see it. When this breaks, wait for the retest and reject. It's gonna happen. And if not, then look. If not, then you saved yourself. You don't even stress anymore. This is what it is. Do not stress anymore. Stress-free trading. If you want, set your alerts. Maybe if you want to do, we're gonna look to see this. We're gonna look to see this. We're gonna set our alerts when we get here. Then we're gonna assess the situation. Boom. Look at this. We're not gonna let them fake us out, right? Well, we're gonna try not to. We're gonna try not to. We're gonna avoid that. We're gonna avoid secondary liquidity. We're gonna allow the price to break our lick box, and then we're gonna see if we can use our algos at the same time. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. We're gonna make our criteria a little stricter, right? If this and if that, a little more strict. We're gonna be a lot pickier with our trades, okay? Look, you have your lick box. You see it. You already see it. I don't even need to. I mean, hopefully you see it. I'm telling you, one of these things is gonna happen. How you play it, that's on you. Man, I'm trying to like front run this over here. It's hard though. I'm not trying to front run. I'm trying to preemptively place, and this is the hard part. I don't know where this is gonna happen, but yeah, we got to break this liquidity box. And then we're gonna wait for it to retest, and then we're gonna ride the wave. But you see the price action here? You see how the price action is getting? Engulfing candles every other one? You know the environment you're in. If you're taking a trade and you get stopped out immediately, and then it goes in your direction, and you're inside this lick box, I don't want to hear nothing. Don't say anything. You're okay with if you're trading in here, you're okay with the price. You're okay with buying and selling right in this range. Right? It's like you can't have any better visualization of where you're trading in. When it breaks and retest reject, then you'll know momentum. That's the answer. Until then, this could go forever sideways. So wait for your setup. We've identified it's going to be a little tougher criteria. It's not going to be just the break. It's going to be the break after we clear our lick box. Easy. Easy. Let me check the higher time frame. The 5 minute says we're below the water, maybe gonna experience either an actual bull cycle or a weak bull cycle. We're about to find out. The weak bull cycle will send us lower, or at least sideways for a bit. On the 30 minute, we got some room for the down. We got some room for the downside in the 30 minute. Man, I'm looking at this 30 minute chart. It looks so naked, y'all. It looks so, I don't even know what I'm looking at, man. That 30 minute chart is so painful to look at. All right, we got a report volume dying off. Oh, hell yeah, it is. Look, we identified the risk. We're not getting involved. I mean, you could if you want, but I don't recommend getting involved inside of here. For what? You see what's happening. Why would you even want to play around in here? 30. Look at this thing, man. Oh my god. And then everything you see on here, I just try to scramble together. I was panicking yesterday. Panicking because I don't know. I need that 30. Y'all won't understand. I need that 30. It's gonna be rough for the next couple weeks. I'm just being honest with you. Don't let these candles fool you. You know you're at the 20. Right, the 20's right here. You see you're in your liquidity box. Don't let these red candles, don't let them fool you. Let whatever needs to happen, let that happen. Don't try to front run it. This is very clear from this point here. If you're getting involved here, put your hand out because I'm gonna slap it. And if this thing goes sideways all day, great. I don't need to take a trade. Perfect. I'll save my money. I'm going to get up and circulate some blood. I suggest you do the same. I have my alerts set on green. I have my alerts set on red. When these alerts trigger, I'm going to assess the situation. Okay? I'm going to let this play. I'm going to circulate some blood. I suggest you do the same. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. Really quick before I go far or step away far. Okay, you know how I know I'm getting old? Because I forgot what I was going to say. Okay, don't get old. I'll be back. Bye. Embarrassed. I walk away for 5 seconds and then I love you too. I told you you're not going to be late. If this liquidity, look at all this. You think you're going to be late? Look at all this liquidity. Look, I told you what was going to happen. I even told you when to get in. I love you too. Don't worry. I love you too. I told you you're not going to be late. You're going to see a big candle. Everything I told you that was going to happen. I said it would happen on the 20 as well. Rewind the tape. You got to rewind the tape. This is all done live and in real time. I told you what was going to happen, exactly what it needed to look like. I told you you're not going to be late. If you didn't take your money by now, you know, there's nothing more I can do. There's nothing more I can do. I only set up exactly where the entry was. Look, you see how the lick box broke? Look what happened on the break of the lick box. Bang. Okay, I guess I'm gonna get up and I missed this. Okay, I'm gonna get up and circulate some blood. I'll be right back. Told you weren't going to be late. Didn't I tell you weren't going to be late? I said you're going to see a big, significant drop. It's going to pull back. It's all happening. All of it's happening. Look at the money we just print. Come on now. I told you you're not going to be late. Oh man, if you're interested in learning how to trade with us, send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I will get you sorted out, I promise you. It's not even a matter of if, it's only a matter of when. When you decide to get off your lazy behind and send that email, you're gonna be included. Why are you leaving yourself behind? For what reason? For what reason? You don't have to. We're here. Too easy. It's too easy. Listen. Look, y'all want to make a career out of this. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. And you stick to your exit strategy. Look at the money. Look at the money. Just don't be greedy. You're gonna be fine. Don't be greedy. Survive the opposite candle. Allow what's gonna happen. You had to know this was gonna move. You had, because look at the liquidity built up. Look at all of it. You had to know it was gonna move. Now, because of all this, you had to survive a little bit of, you know, some BS, but we knew what was gonna happen, man. We knew. And if you did your homework yesterday, watch. If you did your homework yesterday, boom. The break, the retest, and the reject of what? Bruh. I just did this with yeah. If you did the homework, I just did this homework yesterday. Look at the money we printed. If you're interested in learning how to trade with us, send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. This is Bitcoin 2011. If you're not on board before 2026, the price is going up. I know what I bring. This is very valuable information. I'm giving stuff. 2026, the price is going up. If you get in now, you're gonna get locked in, right? For the people who believed in me, who trusted me, to all the teachers who said I'd never make it in life. No, I'm just kidding. But for all of those who believed in me, and if you're here, I'm gonna lock you. You're locked in. Okay, we are locked in. If after 26, you should have gone on. The price is going up. Why is the price? Because it's worth it. That's why. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you. Look at the money that's being printed. That $150, $120, whatever it is, it's made back. You know, if you played your cards right, in 5 minutes. Right? You can make that in 5 minutes, and the rest of it's profit. I mean, man, people walking over $1 to pick up a dime. Look at the money we just printed. Stress free. I told y'all, put your alerts. I told you what's gonna happen. It's gonna break the 20 in a large a large red candle. It's gonna pull back on some volatility, and then it's gonna continue. You're not gonna be late. I told you this would happen, and also I told you when it does happen, be careful with your stops, because you don't want it to go down and pull back and stop you out. I told you, maybe even take off a stop and let it happen, and then you put your stop. Look at the money we just printed. Look, this is why the price is going up, because it's worth it. Because it's worth it. That's why. If we bounce on the bottom of this lick box, you better donate my brain to science. If it goes through, even better. Even better if it goes through. Oh my, look at, I told you the home runs will come. There it is. It's too easy. You showed up to work today. That's what happens when you listen, if you had a rough yesterday, the day before, you can't quit, right? Hell yeah. There you go. You're not too late. Thank you, DC. Finally. I've been trying to tell you, you're not too late. You think you're too late and you're not. Finally. Okay, now we're getting this, man. If you follow your exit strategy, you look how far apart the legs are. Come on now. Listen to me. This was easy today. I told you it was going to be easy today. They're respecting the algos. I had to adjust the blue. Fine. We understood risk to reward on purple. Fine. We knew where our entry was on red. If you're on the internet watching this right now in real time, right in front of your face, the perfect entry identified, the perfect candle pattern identified well in advance. If you're sitting here watching this happen in real time and you're hesitating on what you should do right now, whether you should send an email or not, dig a hole and get in it. Right? Dig a hole and pull the dirt back on yourself. Because this isn't for you. I'm telling you, you know, I love people, but sometimes you guys frustrate me. You have someone actively trying to help you, and you're gonna make $100 come in between you and flawless victory. You know what? You're better off where you are, because I don't like people around me that are stupid. I don't like stupid. If you haven't sent it by now, then we probably wouldn't even get along anyway. You probably don't like my personality, and I don't blame you. I'm tough to get along with. Go ahead and ask that boar. Ask that wild boar that's laying on the ground, feet twitching. Look at the boar. Look at the boar, feet twitching. You see. Look at the eyes. The life leaving. It knows it's reached the end. Rest, my friend. Rest. I'll take you to the next entrance to your next journey. Be easy now. Come on, let's get this nail in the coffin. Let's get the nail in the coffin. I think it's got one more drop, one more drop down. Oh, hey, look, I love you guys too. Hey, you don't have to thank me. You did the work. You all showed up to work. You did your job, right? You did your job. That's all we got to do. Show up to work and do our job. We have to understand we're not going to win every trade. We know that. But the home runs come, and if we stick to the strategy, I don't need to say it. You see it. You see it. Look, bounce on the bottom of the lick box. Don't overstay your welcome. Take your money. Take your money. Don't overstay your welcome. Look, if you're not one and done, if you're not out for the rest of the day, you need to think. you need to be out. Call it a day. We don't need to sit here and do this. All right, this green is still the answer, okay? This green is still the answer. From this point here. From this point here. This green is gonna tell you to get ready for this one. Do you see how easy this is? I can't make this. It can't be any easier. It really can't be any easier. Oh, goodness. Oh man, we did our job today. We did our job. And DJ, let me tell you something. Your little voice, not that I've ever heard your voice, but your little texting, typing, is what reminded me to be like, yo, put these lick boxes up. I think yesterday or the day before, you're like, I need those. I like those lick boxes. I'm spoiled. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't. No one ever really talks about it. And then, DJ, I would like to say thank you for saving the day. So her little every time I see her little, when someone's typing in the Discord, you can see their typing going. I just remember seeing that. I'm like, oh, okay, DJ wants to see these lick boxes. And then I remembered the homework, and I remembered Netta sent the homework. I was like, here you go, Netta, this is for you. Look, this is why we work together. See, the reason why I want to train you all to be leaders and not followers is for that reason right there. Because steel sharpens steel. So when I'm lacking, I got one of the homies to pick me up, right? And if you're lacking, you got one of us to pick you up. This is why, you know, it doesn't take anything away from me if you win. That's why I love day trading. We can do this together and both be profitable. We don't have to be cutthroat, right? Day trading's the best. It's not a cutthroat industry. It's, you know, you work for, you keep what you kill, right? That's how look at the money on the break of the lick box. Look, the legs never closed. Look at the legs. Look at the legs. Do you see how the legs can fool you? Do you see why we don't go out? Look, the legs never closed. Look. It was liquidity grab. But like I was saying, this is why it's just better to train you. I don't want to train you guys to be I know eventually it's gonna happen, right? You're gonna be like, you know, LST, thank you, you've done your job, but I think it's time for me to move on. I get it. I know that's gonna happen, or I know, right? In the meantime, let's make the money. In the meantime, though, don't look. Oh my goodness, look at this play. Look at I gotta put this back red. I'm sorry, because this was my call out. So I need to take credit for this. Look, do you remember I told you guys how from now on I want to start to avoid secondary liquidity? Do you see how I told you, look, I've been noticing a pattern. We keep getting caught in secondary liquidity. You know what? Let's fix that. That's an easy fix. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we can identify a problem, perfect. Now we can fix it. We can at least attempt to, right? I think that helped a lot. I was so worried about that 30-minute chart being deleted. Man. You guys don't understand. I heavily rely on that 30-minute chart. It's how we trade, whether you know it or not. The 30-minute chart is how we trade. Like, the 1 minute is only based on the 30-minute. Right? So when that 30-minute went, I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna lie, I was worried. Because when I first realized that I could start doing this stuff, as far as like, you know, like kind of drawing paths and having the price follow the path, when I first realized I could do it, one of my biggest fears was, well, what if I woke up one day and I just didn't know how to do it anymore? What if I just forgot? Or what if it didn't make sense anymore? If I don't know, I was very worried about that when I first started streaming trading. And then so then when yesterday happened, that fear came back. I'm like, oh no, what if I can't do the thing anymore, right? The thing that I sometimes do. I got you. Okay, if you're just tuning in, we're still in this trade. We had our first entry, just to recap, was actually, you know what? It was a verbal. The first entry was a verbal, right? It was just me saying that most likely we're gonna hit the 20. So I'm not gonna count this one over here. I'm not gonna count it because I didn't actually say anything. However, this one, we'll go ahead and take credit for that. And the reason why we can take credit is because I have a big red line that, you know, mean buy put here. So this was a good trade. This was a really good trade. The way we were able to succeed today was identifying our liquidity box and understanding the structure that needed to occur, the microstructure that needed to occur. So basically, we needed to break our liquidity box, break, retest, and reject our liquidity box. That happened right here. Yesterday's homework, because I give homework sometimes for people that like to challenge themselves. Yesterday's homework was identifying this area here between the liquidity boxes that I like to call the dance. So there's a quick recap from yesterday and today, how all of our lessons, they kind of string together, right? Also, we discussed how we made improvements or adjustments to our trading strategy. Earlier on, maybe a couple weeks ago, we kept getting caught in something I call secondary liquidity. After recognizing the pattern, we decided to make some changes and adjustments. So those adjustments have been coming in handy, and we were able to not get caught by the secondary liquidity this time. Okay, I'm just gonna let this play out. We gotta let this play out because there's nothing to do here right now. Here's the guardrail, excuse me, here's the guardrail for this current play. Single contracts, here's your guardrail for your current play, okay? So if you want to use the guardrail for your exit strategy, it may be start thinking about exit, okay? You can't stay in that trade forever. If you're holding runners, okay, put them at a reasonable area, right? Because you see there's liquidity. Oh, I already have the box here. There's liquidity here, so figure out where in this liquidity box, well, hopefully not up here, hopefully you're somewhere lower. Figure out where in this liquidity box you want to put your stop if you're on runners, right? Maybe this is going to be the thing. So if you want to put your runners here, that might be an idea. Probably something I would look at. Otherwise, let's see if we get this. Oh, sorry. Let's look to see if this lick box forms some support. Otherwise, we're gonna look for the continuation, which could look like this. Here, let me just show you. I think we're gonna use this blue, right? I think this blue was the money maker. The blue was our money maker. Okay, so this is only saying that maybe we can get up to here. However, this is what you have to watch out for, okay? Watch. I'm going to show you the risk right now. That the price builds liquidity. So look for the liquidity build before the next break, right? You got to watch out for this. Here, I'm going to show you. That was this right here. You see how ugly it got in here? Right? So what does this look like? So you want to see the same bear flag over here, right? If we get above here, then you know what you're looking out for. If we don't get above here, then we're looking for a continuation, right? So let's see what we get out of this lick box here. Look, if you made money, you better thinking about calling it a day. Look, our entry was here, and we're looking at our maybe getting out on the break of purple. That's your call. So if purple breaks to the upside, maybe take profit somewhere over here. That's your call. Excuse me, I just sniffled into the microphone. That was not attractive. So let the liquidity in here settle out, right? The market needs to figure itself out right now. It's probably gonna get hectic. Probably gonna start throwing maybe some bar coding just to make people jump. So don't jump, wait for the wave, right? You see how we waited for the wave? We waited for the wave here, wait for the wave. And this is also thin liquidity here, right? This is thin liquidity. So even if it does go down, it's going off the strength of this move. However, this is thin liquidity, in my opinion. I want to see it do this first. I want to see it build up like this and then break. Okay, this is what we want to look for. If there's going to be any more downside, watch here. If there's going to be any more downside, this is the setup we want to look for, okay? Now I'm freehanding this, so it may look a little funky, but I'm trying. I'm just trying to get like so far ahead so you guys, because I'm gonna get out of here soon. I have to get out of here soon. Sorry, today I gotta call it early. I'm just trying to get very far ahead for you guys. Look for this for more downside. Man, I'm just gonna mark out low a day. I'm not gonna put it red. I'm gonna mark out low a day where it's not ready for it red yet. let's use this green to see if it's gonna get us to this green. So this is green 1, this is green 2. This doesn't mean buy call. This means, actually this is at the 20. So this means, this green means to prepare for the break and retest of the 20. That's what that means. Either getting prepared for the break and retest or the rejection. So this may need to be up here, okay? I'm gonna get up and circulate some blood really quick. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. Give me a moment. Really quick before I go. Listen, the move happened, right? The move we were waiting for, it happened, okay? Let the market settle out. You have to let liquidity build now. Stop trying to get greedy and be in every single leg. Allow the market to build liquidity now. It has to settle. Let it settle out, okay? This is where we're smart traders. You know when to trade and when not to trade. That's very important. We're at a point right now. This is when we have to know when not to trade. Okay? We're stuck. No, we're not stuck, but we need to let the market settle this out. Okay, so watch. I'm gonna clear this. Don't panic. This is what's happening now. This is where we are. The market is dynamic. So if you see me changing it, I have to. What do you want me to do about it? What do you want me to do? You gotta change. You gotta adjust. This is our liquidity box, okay? Just like how we're uncomfortable waiting for this to break. Same thing. It's the same thing, right? You just gotta learn how to identify it. Now, let's look to see if this is gonna be a dance for the push up. I'm not saying a push up like, oh, it's gonna go here. I'm saying a dance for the push up. That's all I'm saying. Push up could be top of liquidity box. We're at a flexion where it's either gonna go 50-50, top of lick box or bottom of lick box. Oh, solitaire man, you just missed it. 20 minutes late, dude. We just had a really good play. A really good easy trade, too. Oh, okay. I like this intel. I like that intel. Brother, solitaire, you just missed it, man. I'm pretty sure everyone I'm pretty sure. I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure we're all like green on that one. I'm pretty sure. I'd kind of be surprised if we just kept dumping from here. I'd kind of be a little surprised if we just kept dumping. Look, I know this is going to be the break of blue, but you got to measure risk to reward. Key levels right here. Measure risk to reward on this break of blue. You got to protect your trade after these next probably 2 or 3 candles. Let's hope it gets through and then makes 7403 resistance. You gotta wait till we get under key level here, BRR. Maybe 1 more minute, protect the trade. Maybe next candle. Yeah, this is probably gonna be, you gotta, hold on, I'm just focusing right now. I'm here. I'm just paying attention. Give me a moment. Okay, I'm gonna see if this is the retest here. I wanna see if this is the retest, and then if we get a strong rejection, I might go in on puts if we get a strong rejection on the retest of the lick box here. I'm gonna be a little bit patient. I don't like buying puts at the bottom. I mean, technically the move is on buying on blue. It wouldn't be on the bottom, but this would be me having a late fill because I wanted to wait for the break and retest here. So let me see. Okay, let's check higher time frame. The 5 minute says we got some more room for the down. 30 minutes says we got some more room for the down. This 1 minute might be a little choppy. Guide off the 5 minute. Discord members need to guide off the 5 minute chart if you're still trading. Or if you took your big win, call it a day. Okay, the plays are on the 5-minute chart. I'm gonna get out of here soon, probably another 30 minutes. So the long-term plays, they're on the chart, on the 5-minute chart. I'm gonna get up, circulate some blood. I'll be right back. Okay, look, so we were looking for a break, a retest, and rejection of this liquidity. So what happened is they broke, so now we need to see, but it didn't retest and reject. So now we need to know if this is liquidity grab. We want to know, are they grabbing liquidity to push up? Did they stop everybody out just to push up? So once we break this liquidity, we'll probably have an idea. If we get above, let's say 76.50, if we get above 76.50, let me put a key level here. Okay, I can go 49, I can go 51, but I can't go. Okay. Can't seem to get that one pixel between 49 and 51. That one pixel I can't get. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That is probably the smart thing to do. Whatever you just said. That's probably the smart thing. Buying puts at the bottom, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It needs to look like this. For puts, it has to do something like this. For puts, I want to see us break this liquidity and then come back into liquidity. Like similar to what we went through this morning, like this, it's going to be the same thing. However, because we dipped below, I'm open to the possibility of it just being a liquidity grab to push back up. So what we're seeing is liquidity grab to push up. How high? Is it going to reject to keep our, let's say, for another bolt, right? For a longer term bolt. So now we're sitting on our hands, we're allowing liquidity to build up, and the market's going to tell us the direction. You just got to be patient, just like how same thing as over here. We waited, it happened. The same thing, right? So if this is our business and you want to make this a business, now we're waiting for the setup. We're not just taking trades just because. So this is the stock market. This is our strategy. I don't want to risk people's money today. We did really good today. Today we did. Yeah, we did really good. Look at the entry, the perfect entry. I mean, yeah. And look, if you're green for the day, I don't know why you're still sitting here. Look at all the money we made today. And if you're still, you know, if you're practicing, fine. But if you're actually real money trading at this point after you did all the hard work today, you're crazy. You guys gotta learn how to take your wins and leave. Like, you're never gonna build the account if you get money and just like, okay, let's put it on the line again. It's never gonna build. You gotta know how to walk away when you're up. And I know it's like, yeah, but this looks so easy. I get it. But mathematically, the more you sit here and trade, the more you're gonna lose. It's just math. So they're really holding up this random key level that I put up here. So it's starting to hold up, right? So you see where the liquidity is building. So let's make some adjustments and see if we can be a little more accurate, okay? We're getting more data now. We can be a little smarter. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. We're waiting for this to break. Let's see if we're back in one of these scenarios. Again, this blue to low a day. Risk to reward, you gotta measure it. If it breaks the blue, that's technically our put scenario, but low a day is right here. And I'm seeing the MACD kind of, you see how it's kind of like, this might be a liquidity grab. This might be a liquidity grab. You know what? Instead of trying to guess, we're going to let the market tell us. If we get above this green or below this red, we'll know. Then we'll know, and then we're not going to overstay our welcome. Because let's say if they just break this and then just go to like 72.50, grab liquidity from here, or even 73 just to grab liquidity grab and push up. So don't overstay your welcome. As long as you don't overstay your welcome, you'll be fine. You know, let your winner win, allow it to win at least, and then just don't overstay your welcome. We're in this liquidity box now. Very simple. Don't stress and don't overtrade. Don't front run it. Let whatever needs to happen, happen. Let's look at higher time frames. On the 5 minute, we're below the water. We might be going through a weak bull cycle for continuation down. On the 30 minute, we got room for the down. We still got room. Look, don't get froggy on the 1 minute. Use the 5 minute. Discord, use the 5 minute. Okay? Don't get froggy on the 1 minute. I'm telling you, the 5 minutes is going to be a little more accurate. It's actually going to line up with what it's probably going to line up with what we have. I think this is going to line up. If we break blue here and red, I think that's going to line up. So use the 5 minute chart. I'm telling you guys, use the 5 minute chart. The 1 minute's gonna give false signals at this point. You have to use the 5 minute chart. You see what I'm saying? Use the 5 minute chart. I'm gonna adjust this blue. Use the 5 minute chart. We already identified this. I told you, use the 5 minute chart. Okay. This is our blue. This is our blue right here. We're in the blue now. Yep. This is our blue from here to here. This, it lines up with our liquidity box too. Top to bottom. Perfect liquidity box, right? Top of blue, bottom of blue. This is our, we're in blue. It's officially, we're in blue. We're in blue until we're not, okay? We're in blue until we're not. Now it's gonna get easier. We just need data. Now, whatever I have, this green and red, starting to make a lot more sense. Starting to make a lot more sense, right? So it's not just the break of whatever, it needs to make sense. See how we made it all make sense here? We protected ourselves here. I'm telling you guys, use the 5. The reason why I'm telling you use the 5 is because I noticed the pattern, right? The pattern is we'll take a trade and then on 1 minute it'll, you know, bounce up and down and you'll get stopped out on the 1 minute chart. But if you follow the 5 minute chart, you'll be like, oh, okay, it's still going in the direction. You're less likely to move your stop. That's what I'm trying to say. You're less likely to move your stop if you use the 5 minute chart. That's why I want the Discord members to use it, because I know what my pattern was when I started. As soon as I take a trade, I'm already trying to move my stop. So in order to avoid that for the newer members, I encourage you to use the 5 minute. It will, listen, it's going to help you hold your winners. You're gonna be able to hold your winners longer. But let whatever need, now you understand what I'm saying. Like, it was very clear up here. You need to let it happen. Bias up here, the green momentum candles, even the break of whatever, didn't matter, right? So it all has to make sense. Watch, it's gonna be easy. One of these things is gonna happen. It is going to happen. Now, how you play it, that's on you. But it is going to happen. You control how much you're gonna make. Now, how much you can get, that's a different story. You know, because we don't know if red breaks and then there's a whole bunch of orders right here and they're like, oh, okay, well, orders got filled here, time to turn around. We don't know that. So level by level, don't overstay, you're welcome. The home runs will come, right? Take the little bit of money because the home runs are going to come. I'm not saying take a little bit of money. What I'm saying is don't poo-poo $5. Every million starts with 5. I have an irrational bias, but I'll tell you what it is. I have a feeling that if this does break, it's going to be ugly on the way down. It's going to be difficult on the way down, I think. So I think we're going to get, I don't know, right? I'm preparing for a significant break and then the retest to maybe make you think, oh, okay, liquidity grab, and then turn around again. So I'm preparing for this, for a significant break and then a significant retest. I'm preparing for it. I'm not saying I believe that's going to happen. The market is a set of if then. If this breaks, then I'm gonna figure out what the next plan. Until then, I'm not worried about any plays until my setup occurs. What's my setup? Number 1, I need to break this. Number 2, I need to get below this. And number 3, we need to break, retest, and reject this level. That's my criteria. Now, if the price breaks and just shoots down, then you know what? I guess I missed that one, right? Because at this point here, I am waiting for a break and retest. Even though I see the liquidity build up, and you know, most likely the liquidity build is going to give me enough to run it. From this point here, I am waiting for my break and retest. I'm waiting for my homework, right? The homework that I suggested yesterday, I'm waiting for that. You see how we use our 5-minute chart to identify, don't trust this 1 minute. We're guiding off the 5 minute. We're all using it together. It all works together. That's why when we lost the 30-minute, that was a big loss. you guys don't know. I was like high key panicking. I was like, man, what if I lost? What if I lose the ability? What if it's just gone? I wake up and it's gone. I can't do it anymore. That's honestly a big fear of mine. That I don't see the paths anymore. Big fear. Because I know when it happened, I was like, is this real? Did I really just do that? Is this even possible? I was like, man, I hope I don't lose this ability. Alright, maybe we see the, let's see if we see something here, right? Do we see this? Oh yeah, Battlefield. That's exactly what it is in here. Battlefield. Let them fight. We don't. We're gonna ride the wave. We're just gonna ride their wave. Let them fight. We don't need to get involved in here. Let them figure it out. Okay, thank you for the information. And we're just gonna ride your coattails. Sometimes you're gonna stand on the shoulder of giants to see over the gate. Look, I'm telling you, one of these things is going to happen. It has to happen. One of them is going to happen. Now, how you play it, figure your life out. Bayonet DC, or DC's a savage. Bayonet, god dang. Hey, can someone do me a favor and check on those weed stocks real quick? I want to see if they're pumping. Okay, I do have a hard out in like 10 minutes. Something just came up and I do have a hard out in 10 minutes, so. Okay, CGC, anyone catch that play? Oh, nice. Dang. Oh, okay, 2 of them went down. CGC up. Okay, cool. Cool. Did anyone take the CGC play from this morning? I know it's a little bit hectic. I know it's hectic. Don't worry about it. I'll just give it an idea. I'll just give it an idea so we can get a quick buck. I'm still here, I'm just being quiet. I have to wrap up in like 10 minutes. Just letting everyone know. Look, we know we know what needs to happen, right? If we break blue, if we get under red, and if we break, retest, and reject red. Okay? We need to clear this liquidity box. Okay, let's see. Let's see what they got for us. Uh-huh. Should have enough to protect your trade. If you're waiting for the retest and reject, then wait for that. If you're waiting for the retest and reject, wait for that. Okay, this is why we protect against the liquidity grab. How do we protect against it? By waiting for the break, the retest, and the reject. This is why we wait for that. We're still in this lick box, right? There's a lot of liquidity built up in diagonal liquidity built up in magenta. I'm waiting for this thing to break either below red or break this magenta, or magenta then green. I'm waiting for either one of those things, so we will see. Wait for it to be obvious. I got 3 minutes. I gotta get out of here. Wait for it to be obvious. If it's gonna push down, they're gonna dance, right? They're gonna grab liquidity. It's gonna be a quick move. If it's gonna push down, that's what it's gonna look like. It has to look like that. And then if it does do that, like the quick move like this, then the retest and reject is gonna be quick. So while we're still in this, you're still in this. Wait for this to become resistance before you go short. Wait for red to become resistance before you go short, or before you buy puts. Allow this liquidity to clear convincingly. You'll know, right? You're gonna see the dance. Oh man, I'm supposed to be out of here in 1 minute. I'm supposed to be out of here in 1 minute, and now I'm stuck. Now I'm stuck. Okay. I'm gonna run over a little bit. I have to sit here and play this through, so I'm still here. I'm just being quiet. Okay, I've been stuck in this trade since blue, so now we're in profit. So now let's let it run. Let's see what happens. Can't lose from here. We're just gonna let it run. I've been stuck for a minute. Okay, I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. I have to I can't sit by the computer. I'm just gonna have to let it go. Trade protected though, so man, this is uncomfortable to hold through this. But we're holding and trade protected. We're just gonna let it run now, okay? I'll be right back, don't overtrade. I have to get ready in the background. Okay, sticking to the strategy, I got in on blue. I was supposed to wait for the retest and reject. I got in on blue, and then it got very uncomfortable. So now we're in profit. I'm letting it run. I'll be right back. I'm just updating you. I have my stop really tight, so if it gets a big spike up, I'm gonna get stopped out. I can't monitor this. I have to get out of here soon. I needed to get out of here 6 minutes ago. So if this shoots up, I'm gonna get stopped out. Otherwise, I'm trying to stop out for as much profit as possible because I gotta get out of here. We need a drop right here. At least so I can cover my fees and I won't take zero loss. If it goes above this dotted line, I'm gonna take zero loss. Okay, there. That was my trade. Okay, YouTube, it's been my pleasure to spend time with you today. Wait for the break of this lick box. Wait for the break and retest and reject of red. Actually, this is playing out. This is playing out right here. So the 5 minutes actually playing out. Anyways, I got to get out of here. So send me an email if you're interested in learning how to trade with us. The price is going up next year. LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I'll get you sorted out. And Discord, if you have any questions for me, send me a DM. I'll be around a little bit later. I just got to go handle a doctor's appointment. I'll be back. YouTube has been a pleasure. Have a good day. Goodbye.